And first up this morning, we open up the gates to the unknown, exploring visions of what's yet to come, with a little help, that is.
That's right, here to help us tap into the other side. Celebrity psychic, medium, astrologer, Sloan Bella. It's great having you, Sloan.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy
Great
to have
you.
First of all, tell us what you do and how you do it, frankly.
Oh, really? Right off the bat, just lay it out there.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, I'm a psychic, which means I predict things and I look into things and I feel energy. So for me, I feel it, or I hear it, or I see it like little snippets of movie through my head. So like little tiny cuts. I do talk to the other side, but again, that comes through in feeling and hearing things. So I know that it's not from anybody around me, I know, and then I kind of tap into it, and then I'm like, oh, I know where you belong. Because they come looking for their people here. Not all the time, but you know, the ones that do. And I'm a technically trained astrologer. I've studied astrology my whole life. Wow. So that's just, that's something I love just to do. So that's what I do, yeah.
It's fascinating. You've done some readings for some very well-known people.
Yeah, a lot of different people, a lot of celebrities. Los Angeles is the breeding ground, of course, for celebrities.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people in the music industry, actors, politicians, I mean, Republican politicians, I mean, just strange things. Yeah, everybody comes, just really interesting. And there's been a history of it. But yeah, a big person I read for is Zakk Wylde. I don't know if everybody's familiar. He's just awesome. I've read, my best reading, I have to say, was with, okay, I'll give you a hint. I See Dead People. Do we know?
I See Dead People.
Yeah,
oh my
excellent
gosh.
with his current wife. That was great. So those are like really cool things. And then there's just everyday people and people, you know, everybody.
Well, so many people are curious.
No, of course. No, I mean, we all have those questions. I heard you actually, you communicated with Jimi Hendrix in the past?
Wow.
That started as a child. Yeah, I did.
No kidding.
I didn't even know who he was. I always tell people this story. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I was, well, you know Queen, the band Queen, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, but I was actually like 10, 11, and 12, and I was a fan of the Bay City Rollers. Nobody knows that band.
I remember.
Do you? Did you have the green socks? I should have worn my socks.
I think my brother had like a record. Yeah.
Me too. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to say that. Anyway, but I used to pick up on Jimi Hendrix. I had no idea who he was. Like, I was very young, and I actually had to research it, and he wanted to get his music out there, and apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently he got a hold of a Canadian band songwriter guy and he picked him up. He ended up in a mental hospital trying to write the music. I never knew this. Yeah, but then it came out, Jimi Hendrix was around quite a bit. He died suddenly, and it wasn't it's not exactly as it's supposed to be, as they say it is. So when he passed, he had a lot to do, and I think he had a lot of music that was not left out and needed to do it.
Sloan, before we talk about your show that's coming up at
Hooters,
where people get a chance to really be in the room with you and experience what you do one-on-one.
Live and not scripted.
Can I ask you, do you pick up anything here in the studio?
Oh my God, there's so much stuff in the studio.
There's a lot of ghosts.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah. Well, because they come here, and I think it's, you know, it's the place to come. But in particular, do you want like personal information? Because, okay, the first thing I get with you, JJ, right off the bat, you have a gentleman behind you. I don't know that he's a family member though, because he's looking at you. He's very, look right there. He finds you very attractive, and also I'm being told that you're planning, I don't even know if I should say this, you have other goals in mind for yourself career-wise, so there's like a plan to do this. He's standing behind you, but he's a fan of yours, which is really interesting. I feel like he knew you when he was alive, probably in his 60s, and I feel like he's connected. There's a weird connection. There's a connection to Florida with him, and there's a connection to an aunt, I think, on your father's side of the family, but I don't think he's a relative.
Wow.
And he's nice and tall, but he's a fan of yours, watching where you're going.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'll think more about that later. Real quick, let's fit in the information about your show.
Really quick,
okay, he doesn't want a reading because he's...
Oh, no, we're out of time. We're running out of time.
Okay, yeah, I'm like,
My reading is I'm going to be needed in about a day.
Okay, yeah, we have a show at the end. You're out. We have a show at the end of November at Hooters, and it's a live show, so it's a live audience show, and it's going to be super cool.
Awesome.
So the audience is going to come in, and we're going to read people as they come in, completely unscripted live, and it's super exciting. I'm super excited to be here doing it.
You know, it's great having you. SloanBella.com if people want more information. Thank you so much.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Very cool. Who is behind you? Oh my goodness.